Hey everybody, Seven here, and thank you so much for joining me in Planet Crafter. Now, oh god, the numbers must be catastrophically different from the last that you saw, and yes, the stage is different as well. Basically, 2 entire episodes got trashed. Not 1, 2. So, as I was saying in this game and in the freebies and a few others, I changed up my mic setup, I changed up my recording software, just trying to do a bit more professional work and trying to get just better at this whole YouTube thing. Even though I crossed the big first milestone of 1,000 subscriber threshold, I still feel very noobly to this and wanted to get better. Well, the problem was something went wrong with the recording software, and it had this weird zoom in, so you could basically only see like the top left corner of the screen. You could make out my health, but my water and my oxygen were gone, and so was the TI information. It was like the whole thing was zoomed into the upper left-hand corner. 2 entire episodes, about 4 hours of gameplay, rendered completely unusable. We'll get to that in a sec too. Well, actually, let's just get into it right now. What did you miss? The first episode that got lost was actually just going to be a clean-up tying loose ends episode. I made a whole bunch of the fusion generator keys, and I went to everything that had a fusion generator cell. So I got the 3 for the waterfall cave, I got the 1 for the Stargate. I thought that I had raided the Stargate. Apparently I didn't touch a single box in the Stargate, so I had easily 20 or 30 chests at a very high TI stage. So my nice little cleanup job that I had done over here, there's a lot of lockers here, and they're all just full of random odds and ends at this point, because I was getting a ton of rods, a ton of seeds, a ton of this and that. So I ended up just jam-packing everything I could in there. I made a whole bunch more drones because we were only at like 5 or 10 or so. I think we're up to like 20 or something now. These are new. Yeah, these are the advanced extractors over here. We'll get to that in a sec because that was in episode 2. Another thing I did in that first episode was I got the silk generator moving because I was planning on getting fish egg stuff started. And then I realized that I was completely out of plastic. I started making the plastic. I had also started this thing to the circuit boards because I started auto shipping, having the drones take the circuit boards, throw them into the trade rocket, and have the trade rocket automatically launch itself when it was full. I also had 3 of the level 1 extractors, the gas extractors on the roof over there. And I was wondering why some things were being made because there was no methane, no nitrate, or no methane and no nitrogen, and they were chock full of oxygen. Tore all those down, replaced them with the tier 2s. You'll notice that a lot of the nuclear reactors are gone. We tore those down. We're into the fusion age, like fully at this point. You also notice the yard is clear. In episode 2, what I ended up doing was, oh yeah, there's a lot more butterflies too. So in episode 2, what I ended up doing was I completely ran out of silicon, so I wasn't making the bioplastic. So those 2 are just pure, devoted silicon miners. We've still only got the 4 beehives, and we've still got, well, we've got increased butterflies now. I was able to pick up several rare larvae and converted them into some blues, some reds, that kind of action. We've got 2 each of the pink gas and the blue gas. We've got the nitrogen and the methane coming in. I lucked out immensely, and uncommons were just, it seems like every time I opened the door to go tear down a couple drills, there were just uncommons. So we've got 2 mushroom farms because that was a major issue in the bioplastic production as well. We've got an eggplant and we've got a squash. So we've got the bioplastic covered, we've got the fertilizer covered, we've got the fertilizer tier 2 covered. All of our extractors for like some of the higher end stuff like iridium, uranium, sulfur, the osmium, the zeolite, those things are actually outproducing what I'm using right now. So we're generating like crazy. I think at the end of the previous episode that you actually did get to see, I think you saw this. Yes. So this is not new. Okay. But at the end of the second deleted episode, or the episode that wasn't, we got this. And it is already stocked. It's stocked because with the mushroom farm and the 2 dedicated silicon farms, well, silicon extractors, I was able to get the bioplastic situation sorted out. So this thing was just not doing anything. Like, it was just stuck there. It's now completely full. This thing is not making anything. I wonder what you're actually out of. Actually, if I had to hazard a guess, probably iron. You know what? I would bet money that we're out of iron. Yes, we are, because I made a whole bunch of more lockers. We've got the plastic situation under control, which meant that I was able to, because I've got a ton of silk being generated, I was able to get 2 water life collectors. There's one down in our lake, just down the hill here, and there's one in the waterfall lake. And I chose those, A, because of proximity, so the drones won't have to fly quite as far, and B, because both of these areas come equipped with specialty eggs. So I won't have to waste quite as much resources or time being, devoted into making fish eggs. Because the ones that come out of there are actually some pretty decent items here. 300 and a 350, I think. Oh no, 300 and a 400. So we've got good protoplasm stuff coming in. We've got the A's, B's, and C's all coming in. I made a joke about, oh, hey, who remembers when there was D's that used to generate? Because there were D's. It was for literally a matter of hours. And I'm not even joking. It was the big fish update came, and then there were, 3 or 4 updates, I think, in the same day. And the D's somewhere got lost in the sauce on that one. So yeah, the first episode, I made fun of myself and really beat myself up something terrible over the horribly backwards, sideways way that I unlocked everything, and bemoaning how I survived hardcore in the crater, pre-nerfing of hardcore and the crater both. And yet, because I was so focused on survival, I ended up with, well, as you can see on the screen, maxed out everything. We're approaching, the stage that doesn't exist currently. Yeah, mammals aren't even in yet. You can tell by the little placeholder slashy icon that they put in place there. I'm essentially at or slightly beyond endgame stuff, but I had 4 bees and I think 3 or 4 butterflies. No fish, no frogs, no nothing, even though I was well beyond the frog stage. So I was really beating myself up over that one. And then in the other one, I was talking about, has anybody really noticed that big of a difference? I know that food in hardcore it drains a little bit slower. And also, I was kind of talking a little bit about how, are the 2 extra chests, because you only get access to 2 chests up there right from the get-go. There's an ice sheet that you have to melt with the heat generation. So you don't get immediate access to everything that's up there, but you get access to 2 extra chests, which honestly would help immensely, given that you have a ladder here to search and a ladder down there. So if you're starting off in the hardcore crater, you've got 2 places to search that are within breathable, walkable distance, within safe distance. So adding 2 extra chests to that mix, it really does add to, it doesn't guarantee you more food, but it gives you 2 extra rolls of the dice to get extra food. I'm sorry, I'm trying to race through about 4 hours worth of gameplay over the course of 2 days. I'm really sorry. I suppose it's the nature of the beast when you're new to this and, trying to learn a skill that it seems like a lot of other people have been at for several years. I'm getting there. Please, God, let me sound okay. So anyway, yeah, I did the fish, basically, speed ran the fish course at that point. Oh, really? You can just pop in right like that? All right. But yeah, so I did all the fish stuff, and then basically my closing was that within the next episode, we're probably going to dive headfirst into the frog stuff, because we have these 2 ponds that give free eggs that I haven't rated. There should be 1 or 2 more ponds out by the waterfall crater, and there's the free golden frog eggs that are out in the new location. So I figured, oh, well, with the third episode, which was supposed to A, not even be not recorded, but B, also coming out a week and a half from now, I was like, oh, and that one will actually do the frog stuff. Well, apparently that's now. We're doing frog stuff now. Oh, and yeah, and the drones are set to yank all the A's, B's, and C's out of these water life collectors and just run them back home. So those lockers are actually already full. So as far as fish go, we can make pretty much whatever we want. And the ocean came in. I'm not sure which one. I think the ocean came in while I was raiding a lot of the places that I thought I had already raided. You know, it's funny, during that one, when I was going after all the places with the fusion locked doors, it was getting towards the end of that one, and I said, oh, yeah, and then maybe in the next episode, we'll have an episode where I don't embarrass the hell out of myself. And then both of those episodes just completely deleted because I have no idea what happened with my software. Because I'm a noob. Shouldn't there be... There should be some ponds around here, shouldn't there? I mean, I know you can make frog eggs, but I was hoping to just steal some for free, you know? Like, cut out the middleman. That's basically what I was doing with the fish, because I knew that these two locations, they gave you, you know, not just the A's, B's, and C's, that you need to make your own fish eggs, but they'll give you just direct fish eggs right off the bat. So I was kind of trying to, like, speed run the fish just because of my location. Well, it's looking like we might have to take the long way around. That's fine. I don't remember what the recipe is to make your own frogs, but I'm pretty sure I saw one that allowed for, like, just the generic frog eggs, because you need to use the generic frog eggs in order to make the actual real frogs. I mean, you can put the frog eggs that are default, like you can put these, just, yeah, animals multiplier 100%. They count, you know, they count towards the multiplier. So you don't have to turn them into something fancy, but why would you not? Oh, I actually don't have access to this? Wait. You know, it might not be in here. It might be in here, actually. No, it's not here either. Is there something I'm missing? No, you're just telling me more and more advanced. Oh, okay, so you'll need to find the wild ones first, and then... That's fine. We can do that. And one other thing, I got completely embarrassed that I did not have this screen functional, so I launched all the appropriate satellites, the GPS, the drone tracker, and the resource tracker and all that, through all of the satellites up, so that screen actually works. God, I did everything completely out of order. All right, well, we've got at least these two extra butterfly larvae here, so might as well use them. All right, so we'll just slap these guys down here real quick, and we should start making our own frogs. I've got a couple of reds, a couple of blues, a couple of the free neon pinks, and the metallic pinks. It's funny, most of the butterflies that I have around here were freebies that I just found. And speaking of freebies that we just found, we're gonna go up and get those free frogs too. Oh crap, I totally forgot that we needed common larvae. Well, alright, we'll just be on the lookout, because I was finding commons around my house like crazy, so... Oh, uncommon. Yeah, I was dying for those because I didn't have tier 2 bee spreaders yet, so getting the freebies wasn't happening, so I needed a ton of bees, obviously, for all those farms. So in one of them, I was just running around in circles just looking for uncommons. I was getting pretty lucky for a while. Yeah, like I said, everything completely out of order. I think I can actually make, like, tier 4 mutagen right now, and I just unlocked tier 2 somehow. I'm so out of order on everything. I think I'm gonna put these guys down on the island. I don't have anything to put in them yet, but we'll get there. Well, rares are nice. I can turn them into the reds and blues, I suppose. And more bees. Alright, so we got food, got water. we shouldn't need a whole ton of resources. We're not going out to read. We're not going out to loot any chests. We're literally going in a direction that I already know. We're just here for the eggs, because now they actually spawn, and we've already grabbed every chest too, so we don't really need to do anything there. So this should be a pretty quick trip. That might be the wrong way. Nope, it was the right way. I think there's only the one. And as far as I understand, there should only be one spot that they spawn in for free like this. And basically just like the butterflies. Although the butterflies did give you 2, didn't they? Also, somebody told me that if you reach a high enough something or other, you can have this osmium. I don't know, I'm calling shenanigans on that. I think these are a unique item that you can't have. What in the world? Oh. Please don't suffocate like an idiot. For a second I thought maybe there was going to be something up there, because I saw like the warden structure, and it had me curious, like maybe, well, I mean, after finding the planet crafter ladder collapsed at the bottom there, that's what cued me in on that other guy's stuff. I walked right by that when I was doing my my update video. Totally didn't even notice it. I couldn't believe it. And there you are. Oh, can I have 2? Can I have 2? I'm reasonably certain that 2 is not an option here. Nah, it's just the 1, isn't it? Yeah, nuts. It's only the 1. Oh well. So what, I think the thing we're most lacking is the insect production then? If we can get the tier 2 beehives, we could just launch bees into space. I mean, I don't know about the scientific or ethical background of launching bees into space, but it does something here apparently. Although who am I to judge? I read an article that said NASA had put spiders, got them on a whole ton of drugs. I mean, like some of the heavy hard stuff that I'm not going to say in a YouTube video, just because I'm terrified of, you know, any kind of flack from Google whatsoever. But they got a whole bunch of spiders, got them on a whole bunch of drugs, put them into space, and then studied what that did to the size and shape and geometry of their webs. Science? Oh, nice. I didn't even see this guy on my way in. No. Oh, okay. I thought you drank for a second first. I was like, wait, no, I want the eggs. All right, so we've got 1 golden and 3 generics that we can play with. Now, F it. Let's toss the golden in right now. Nice. One of the other things that I had talked about in one of the episodes that didn't happen, it was kind of tying into how, like, food degrades slower in hardcore now, and then the 2 extra chests that are, you know, here that you have early access to in the crater. Does anybody notice that the TI moves faster? I mean, yeah, I launched a whole bunch of rockets, especially the Lerma rockets, which, if I really wanted to, I could, you know, go kind of berserk on that. While I was trying to do the raiding back and forth on all of the fusion locations that I hadn't hit, I was kind of joking around. I was like, man, I wish I could turn the TI off so that I could, you know, do more things off camera or do some things, you know, without, basically cut out the boring bits without having the TI skyrocket and getting all these unlocks and stuff. Is it me, or does the TI seem to move faster now? 'Cause I mean, the game outpaced me. I got to amphibians before I got to amphibians, if that makes any sense. The biggest disappointment that I have over those 2 episodes being completely deleted, not only were there some funny moments, but also a lot of self-defacing moments. I also don't know where to go further from here. We just got the frogs. I got frogs and fish basically back to back. So with that being like that, I'm not sure where to go forward from here. I hate to say it, but this might end up having to be the last episode for a little bit, just because I'll have to wait for a new update and wait for mammals, which you better believe I'm not going to be sleeping on this one. I know I slept on the frog one. Well, that was a different story, but yeah, when mammals come out, I'm going to be Johnny on the spot for that one. Well, we've got 3 amphibian farms and we've got 4 eggs worth of stuff here, so let's mutate up these eggs into something and make up a 4th incubator thing, and then we'll just get the maximum that we can for our animal level. Mutagen 4. I actually think I have a couple of those. Oh yeah, and in the fish one that got cut there, I was bitching and crying about something. It was right, the algae generator. So the algae generator, which floats and has to go on the lake, because that's how it spreads its algae, is it spreads in the lake where that, grows. That requires a bottle of water. But this entire huge ass aquarium, no water bottles. What? Wait a minute, the tier 1 aquarium doesn't require, it requires an oxygen canister, but no water. Come on. Now, I'm rarely, if ever, one to complain that a game isn't hard enough, which is funny because I'm generally playing most of the games that I do on YouTube on the hardest possible difficulty you can. But that should require at least a water bottle or two. Oh, we received the fish display. Oh crap, you know what I really need to do? I need to get an iron mine. Yeah, right, let's slap down one of those because we're just completely out of iron, and I do need more lockers downstairs, I think. Oh, actually, another thing that I remember remarking on was they at one point adjusted the incubator here. So for the longest time, when you put in larvae, set it to make butterflies or bees or something like that, when it was done, it graphically changed. Like you could see the graphic in the animation of whatever bee or insect or whatever it was that you had set to craft. They showed up in the incubator. But when it came time for the fish, it didn't really do anything. It just had like kind of a weird light indicating when it was done. So when I was making some of the fish for the big, huge aquarium over there, I noticed that it actually generated the fish in the tank. So I'm really interested to see if it puts the frogs in here too. Oh, it doesn't look like it. They haven't been coded in for the incubator yet. That's fine. Actually, I can't make the fish farm yet. I was prepping up eggs for it, but I can't even make the thing yet. Where is that? I would imagine it'd have to be under insects, right? No, there's butterfly farm tier 2, which I still cannot believe I don't have that. Oh man. Oh no, fish farm is still under animals. Okay, that's fine. We'll actually have more animal generation from the frogs than we will from the fish before we get the fish farm, because everything I've done is out of order. Because of course it is. Now that's kind of odd that you would need to make just so much animals before you could make seed lerma. The whole point of having the lerma is to eject into space, get more biomass. But by the time you're getting into animals, I mean, your biomass should be done. Yeah, I'm actually going to have the biomass finished off before I get to here. All right, we got 3 frog eggs. Let's go put down that last frog farm thing that we can get. And we'll load all these guys up and see our little frog army. Wait a minute. I miscalculated. Or I just plain out miscounted. Well, I guess what I could do going forward is really try to finish off the base, because I did have a just positively psychotic, over-the-top plan for how to do this base. So that's something we could do. And bang. Oh, perfect. We have the fish farm now. We got the fish farm after, significantly after, I mean about 4 or 5 hours after we got the frog farms. That's fine. Oh, you know what? I brought the resources. I might as well make another one. I'm sure we'll use it. Well, that's probably fitting. All right, we'll just get that squared away real quick here, and bang. All right, well, let's go slap out a couple of these guys then. We've got a good chunk of eggs coming. I set this thing to pick up the 2 freebie eggs that the waterfall and my crater lake here will both produce. So even though I haven't actually made my own fish eggs at all, I've just got a ton of them for free here, so I'm cool with just using the freebies. Alrighty, let's say we just put these guys right here then. I mean, it looks natural having the fish swimming among the algae anyway, you know? Oh hey, we can make the seed lerma now. Oh, I have accidentally completely borked everything about this entire save file. But you know what? I can still claim that this save file exists and did not get deleted because I did not die. All right, still got 3 more eggs on me. Let's go get the resources for 3 more of these guys then. Well, at least my house is starting to look like appropriate for the TI level. Instead of, you know, having basically nothing around here. I mean, I pretty much had maximum TI with no resources and no machinery to really show for it. So at least now I look like I'm 630 GTI. Oh, right. We still need iron. Oh, right. Because if we're out of iron, then we don't have any, we can't make the circuit boards. We can't sell them. Where the hell are we going to put these? Because I want to get probably 1 for iron and 1 for titanium. I'm not really sure where to... We don't have a lot of space up here. Well, I suppose I could take up some of the previous drill area. Yeah, that's probably to be expected. I mean, we've got damn near infinite energy anyway. Oh, crap. We need... Huh. I should have the ability to make the... Yeah, I do. What? Why are you not... I'm confused. I definitely have all of that. Why are you not making it? Oh, crap, you idiot, because you're out of power. Of course the damn thing won't work. Well, me being the idiot that I am, I forgot that it will not make the autocrafter and the drones and everything else don't work when there's no power. All right, so now that we've got the power back, there we go. Great, thanks. I'm stupid. All right, well, the placement on that got all kinds of weird. It was showing me red just about everywhere. I don't know if it kind of borked out of me for a sec or what happened, but all right, power's fine. All right, now all we got to do is set to iron and titanium. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If there's anything that you want to see me try to do or try to build or something like that, I'm going to try to get maybe 1 or 2 more episodes into this, just because the trade situation needs to get kicking off really hard. I really want a lot of the items that you unlock through that in order to finish off this base, because I was, you know, ideally hoping to make the most obnoxiously ridiculous base ever designed in this game. I've got a pretty good start on it. Oh god, you know what? You should see the aquarium from the outside. Yeah, this place looks positively ridiculous, which was the intent. Like, that was the end goal, was to make this thing look just as absurd as I possibly could. I think I achieved some goals, but while I am done with the game, I'm not done with the base. So if there's anything that you want to see me hit up, anything, you know, that you want to see me build or something like that, like I said, the game is essentially over at this point, but I do want to try to get another episode or 2, just because I feel like people got so gypped on those 2 that just got deleted, essentially. You know, the one wasn't really a whole big loss. It was really just me looting. Like, I was just robbing and looting like Attila the Hun. Like, I was just gallivanting through the countryside, robbing every freaking chest that I saw. The second one was kind of neat, though. That one I feel bad about, because that was where we got the fish started. We got the groundwork laid for the frogs, but... So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here. I'm gonna pray that the video looks okay and that everything actually recorded properly on this one. And I hope to see you in the next episode of Planet Crafter. This is 7. Bye.